Welcome to the art project. Gonna do a little more figure drawing. If you enjoy this, give it a thumbs up and tap the bell for notifications of future drawings. And I should probably say that this is maybe not as much figure drawing as it is a portrait, but it was a close-up of a woman who was posing for a figure drawing, but it ended up being, mostly her head and neck and shoulders. So call it what you will. Anyway, it was practice. I don't know if you can hear the rain in the background, but the rain on the tin roof of my studio is, well, sometimes it's awesome. It's wonderfully calming and soothing. And other times it's annoying. It's loud and can't hear my television or my music over the pounding of the rain on the roof. But nonetheless, it's beautiful, and it was just what I needed to come out to the studio and get some work done. And so I chose to do a little more warm-up, a little practice drawing, and this one was fairly difficult. In fact, because of the difficultness involved here, I want to give you a little kind of explanation, or maybe not explanation, but theory, philosophy. I'm not sure what you want to call it, but basically it goes like this. There are some artists out there who are very good at capturing a likeness, and I believe that all artists are capable of capturing a likeness if they put in enough time and enough practice and enough energy. They can do it. I, on the other hand, have not put in that much practice. But I don't let the inability at this point to get a likeness keep me from continuing to practice. Because on one hand, I know that the more I practice, the better I will get at getting a likeness. But I also recognize the greatness of artists like Gustav Klimt and Egon Schiele. Forgive me if I'm pronouncing these names wrong, but great artists, love their work. Another one would be Alberto Giacometti, and maybe they were really good at getting a likeness. I'm not real sure. Maybe they were really good at making their portraits look like the people that they were drawing. But from the work that I've seen, I don't think that's the case. They have very particular characteristics about their figures and about their portraits that I just don't believe that's exactly what the people look like. Now, it's probably really close. It's probably really similar. But more than that, they are angular and I don't know. I'm not sure what the words that I'm looking for here are, but they're more dramatic, maybe, and more stylistic. I'm not sure stylistic is the right word either, because they do border on realism in some paintings and some drawings, but they just have such a way about them that I think is fantastic. Some other artists that I really like a lot, there's a graffiti artist named, sorry, now all of a sudden I'm drawing a blank. It'll come to me in a minute. Iemza. I'm not sure how you pronounce his name, but it's Iemza. And he doesn't really do portraits that I know of. He doesn't try to make, works that look like particular people, but he does these faces that are inarguably his. You know when you see one of his drawings that it is his drawing. His style is very pronounced. And so anyway, long story short, this portrait doesn't necessarily look like the woman who posed for it. What really intrigued me was her neck and how exaggerated the curvature of her neck was. And I think when I see things like that, I exaggerate them even more. You know, I see a neck that's kind of curved, and then I curve it even more than it was intended to be, or more than it really was in the photograph. And so it creates a creepy, surrealistic, I'm not sure what the word to describe it is. Let me know down in the comments, you know, what you think. What are the words that I'm looking for here? Help me out, because I'm kind of struggling to put words to this theory or to this philosophy of mine. But I like the way they come out, even though they don't look exactly like the model. They're interesting, and if the model were to ever see this, and I doubt that she will, I hope she appreciates it, even though it doesn't look exactly like her, and even though I didn't really do her justice. She was much prettier than my drawing demonstrates. But I hope she appreciates, you know, what happened through the course of the creativity. So I made lots of adjustments, and usually when I'm doing female poses or female drawings, I usually try and keep them pretty light. But the problem with keeping them light and cross-hatching with a pen is you're not able to get all of the very subtle nuances, and so I have to get darker and darker. I use a little acrylic paint because I knew it wouldn't go through the paper. Some of the inks that I've been using go through the sketchbook paper here, but I was pretty sure that the black acrylic paint would not, and I wanted to kind of accentuate the front. I wanted there to be a little more contrast to the front of her face there, and so I added some black acrylic paint. I also came back later on after this and made some adjustments to the pointiness of her chin and the contour of her forehead and where her hairline started. So be sure and look at the picture at the very end. I like the way this turned out. Her neck was just kind of amazing. I also went back here after I did the paint and made her neck a little bit darker, so it didn't quite look quite so round and tumorous as it does in this picture. But anyway, I hope you like it. I hope this was helpful for you to watch. Interesting. Be sure and read the descriptions underneath my videos from time to time. I try to put some more information that I forget to say when I do the audio. I also have some links down there for you, where to get pens, where to get ink or whatever I'm using in the video, and also some other places where you can find me, like Instagram. So if you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up. Thumbs up are so important. Enjoy the rain if you're having any at the moment, and go make some art. Later.